in a a day-to-day working opportunity to build relationship is what I call stay interviews.
Yeah.
So, we all know what an exit interview is, and really it's too late to do us much good other than we are getting some data on why people are leaving.
Yeah.
But to intentionally schedule brief stay interviews with every direct report. And I do these about 3 times a year. So I'll do this at the beginning in the school setting, it would be, the beginning of the school year. In a business setting, it might be the beginning of the fiscal year or the contract year. And you sit down and you've got a job description you're looking at maybe. But it's really the purpose is just to how are they doing? How are they feeling about what's going on here? I'll use the job description and say, hey, any of this need to change this year? Any of this that you're not doing? Or is there something you're doing that's not on here? And let that be a living document. Let them have voice into what the job looks like and give them feedback. And it's totally an open conversation with really no agenda other than making sure we have clear expectations. Yeah. Because what I will say then, let's make sure this is really what you're doing, because this is going to turn into an evaluation form by the end of the year, right? Yeah. And then about mid-year, again, in just another 15, 20-minute, no agenda conversation other than, how are you doing? How am I doing? What problems can I make sure, are getting solved if I haven't done that already? But you're doing these intentional stay interviews. There's an element of trusted leadership that talks about how you need to have the ability to be in touch with the undercurrents of the organization. And if you're not intentional about this, you can get blindsided so quickly. It's amazing how many leaders don't really know the conversations that are going on amongst their employees. And, to have that, what's called situational awareness of the needs of employees. Leaders, we have to do intentional work on that. You've got to maybe plant some moles. And I have a receptionist out at the front desk, and literally part of her job, and she knows it, is to listen to the gossip. And she's not being a tattletale. It's more make sure I'm aware if something's going on. There's parking lot conversations going on that really need to be, something needs to be addressed. People will often complain about something, but not enter the formal channels to get it fixed. Yeah. And so leaders, we have got to have intentional ways to make sure we're staying in touch with people. So that's a strategy that I use, those stay interviews. And I've seen it pay off many, many times.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Mind Innovation Podcast. New episodes are dropping bi-weekly, so make sure you're following wherever you get your podcast. You can find me on LinkedIn, search for Sannah Vinding. You can also find me on YouTube, search for Mind Innovation, or go to my website, sannahvinding.com or mindinnovation.com. Stay curious, keep learning.